Next up today we have Maddie. Maddie's a kind, she is a kind, caring, and compassionate person. She's always willing to help others and make people feel included. Maddie's grown a lot just this year from what I could see. And I know you all will enjoy and probably learn a few new things with what she has to share. So without further ado, Maddie Hohman.
Hello, as you know, my name is Maddie Hohman, but most of you know me as Eli. When I first started writing this months ago, I thought this day would never come. Now that I'm standing here on the stage that I've been watching my peers perform on for months now, it's my turn. Nina Dobrev once said, "Even though you're growing up, you should never stop having fun." This quote reminds me of the end of elementary school. We had a ceremony that I thought was a much bigger deal than how I feel now. I have lived my life, homework given Monday, due Friday, a life that all you have to do is get an easy A. I did not want to go to middle school because I thought I would have no fun. No more playgrounds, and nap time. Leaving my school, friends, and teachers seemed like the worst thing ever, maybe even the end of the world. I remember the day of celebration though. I was happy to be done. I think we were all nervous about what would happen next. But it happened. I'm here now, alive, getting through it, and having fun. Though hard times, loss, sadness, stress, and most of all confusion, I can think of a lot of times I've been confused. Whether it was with a friendship or a math question, I thought that if I could not find the right answer, right away, it was the end of the world, but it was not. Now that I'm almost done here, and in the years I thought would never ever gone, I know that I did have fun, and I'm grateful for that. Throughout my years in middle school, I have tried multiple sports, from field hockey, horseback riding, soccer, gymnastics. One of my favorites to always do was swim. I've been swimming for almost as long as I can remember. I've gone through my time at collegiate from being unable to sprint a 50 meter to be able to do 400s. I did varsity last year, and it's probably the hardest team I've ever been on, but it was a great opportunity. I went to build stamina, hold my breath longer, and I'm not planning on going to the Olympics or swimming in college, but I still love it, with a passion. I like swimming because it's quiet. The water is loud and overwhelming, but when I'm underwater, it's silent. It clears my head. Though I love swimming, it's not who I am, and even though I'm not spending my whole entire life trying to be perfect, I'm having fun. I also love to run, to sprint. If you're my dad, I'm sure you've known how many times I've said I'm going on a run, so thank you for saying it's all that. It clears my head more than anything in the world. Whether I was sad, anxious, or angry, I knew I could run my heart out and not stop until it hurts. Running around with my dog and just being able to get all my energy out is the best. My last favorite sport is to ice skate. My mom first taught me how to skate. I've loved skating with her since I was little, doing little spins on the ice and jumping around if I was thrilling. And I always have loved that so much. My dad has always been on call when I just need to practice a new jump, or if I can't live without getting some popcorn. So thank you guys. Even if I don't say it much, I do really appreciate that. I've been taking lessons for about 6 months now, and altogether, but I've taken many breaks between summers and other events coming up. I think I have learned a lot. I really love helping my friends and family learn how to skate. Going with them and being able to get all my energy out is something that I'm not pressured by. When the rink opens back up, I'll be teaching kids how to skate. I will be working at the skate school, teaching these wobbly little kids how to skate on the most frictionless ground. I'm not the only one teaching, but a lot of people don't really like teaching kids. I get it. I'm not on a team at the moment, but I was given the option to compete soon. I do like to go at least once in a while, even though I'm not perfect with it. I have a lot of fun. I learned how to skate pretty fast, and the out of place I'm really happy with. I just used to be able to skate backwards, and now I can do things like sit spins and all kinds of jumps. Another thing I've loved since I was a kid is science. I was pretty much raised in the science center since that's where Mom worked. From learning how watermelons grow and how far race cars can go, I've loved science. Using baking soda with vinegar to make a bunch of bubbles has always been so fun for me. I've wanted to be a chemist since I was little. At this moment, this isn't the plan, but I'm still hoping to learn and do more with science in the future. Academic-wise, science has always been something that I knew a lot of random facts about. Like, did you know there's enough DNA in an average person's body to stretch from Pluto and Earth 17 times? Science is something that I love, and I hope I'll always love. In science, there's always a what if, a how. There's so much more than just an answer. A class that was also my favorite throughout middle school is art. I'll never be a realistic oil painter or an artist in general, but I don't think that means I can't really love it. I like to paint and draw, and it calms me down more than anything. And it makes me really happy. I like to paint with weird colors and use my fingers, and I'm having so much fun with it. In high school, I'm hoping to do graphic design and photography like my stepdad, so thank you for nerding out on me with that. The hardest part about middle school was making friends. When I was little, I was probably the most social kid around. No matter where I was, I could make a friend. When lockdown started, that changed. I was afraid to go up to people and make friends. I've lost friends from moving schools and just drifting in general. I struggle with second-guessing myself. Writing a note to someone and throwing it in the trash, writing a long text just to delete it, planning a huge conversation in my head just to get scared and run away. So I was at a new school, and I was really scared. Making friends can be hard, but finding the right ones is even harder. When I first started at Collegiate, I had no idea who to talk to until a couple months in. And if you've ever been to Nuco before, you know what I mean. What should I do? Repeated in my head. I would wait to see who to sit with when there was a partner project. I kind of just sat there, waiting for the last person to get a partner either. As I would wait for more projects and group seating, I was introduced to more and more people. Soon enough, I made friends. The last thing that you should know about me is my love for animals, specifically dogs. I'll spend hours of my day researching about different breeds and training techniques. I've always had dogs growing up, but now I have the best dog there is in the world, Wilson. We got him from town when I was around 8, a tiny, older, neglected, weird-looking, scared out of his mind, tiny little dog. And at that moment, I knew I needed him. He did not trust me, and that was okay. He was not trainable or cuddly, and he was like that for 4 years. He was afraid of us. But soon that changed. He started doing things I thought he would never do. I started training Wilson late 2021. His list of tricks go from basic obedience to hopefully an AKC Good Citizen title. He's my heart dog, and I really don't know what I'd do without him. Training dogs isn't an easy task. It's hard because I'm only with him half the time. And he's getting older, and he has a bit less energy and drive. In my opinion, the key to dog training is trust and consistency. Some of his most popular tricks are take a bow, weave, and deep brush therapy. And that's bow. That's the trick there. If you don't know, I want to be a dog trainer, specifically for service dogs. A service dog is trained with tasks to help its disabled handler. A task could be picking something up in a wheelchair, picking something up for someone in a wheelchair, alerting someone if they're going to have a medical episode, or doing deep brush therapy for someone with psychiatric disabilities. When you see a dog working, you hopefully know not to distract them, because it would make the dog miss an alert, and you can put the handler in danger. These dogs are rigorously trained for around 2 years to be calm and ready in public. Wilson's past training helps me at home. He can alert me if I start to not feel well, and help me through it with deep brush therapy. Something else that I think we're all feeling at the end of this year is anxiety, a feeling of worry, nervousness, or unease. Typically about an inanimate event or something with an uncertain outcome. Most of us know what we're going to do in summer and how much fun we're going to have without being nagged by our parents to do homework. But it's scary. The thought of leaving your routine, waking up, going to school, and going home. Anxiety is something that everyone in this room has had before. For me, anxiety has been a big setback. From feeling like you're never going to be able to get a good test grade or have a conversation with a friend, it's a big struggle. Around 7th grade, and during COVID, anxiety was one of my biggest struggles. I never thought I would have made it to graduation, but here I am, almost done. I would like to start closing this speech with some dedications. These dedications will be people that have helped me throughout the middle school year. First is Mr. Nieto. He had never been my teacher before, because I take French, but he was my swim coach. I learned so much from him, and he really helped me grow throughout swimming, and whenever I was scared or sad, I could always count on the best hug from him. I know I can say I'm having a bad day, and that I'll always be there to help me. Next is my aunt. My aunts. You probably know Jenny, the one with the huge dog. I talk about her a lot. She makes me feel at home and safe. I know I can always talk to her through hard times. She's a person I can go to no matter what. The last part you've never heard, my other aunt, my Aunt Eli. She's who I got my name from. She was a kind, smart, funny, and confident woman, and I strive to be like her one day. Though she's not here, I know she's listening to me. The last person I would like to thank is my skating coach. For a second, she taught me how to do everything I could ever want to do. We laugh and have so much fun, besides when I have to practice edges. You have given me so much confidence, and how to impress people most of all. I love your ability to just teach me something that I didn't even know existed. I don't know if you know this, but going to a lesson is probably the best part of my week. For being able to get so tired until you just lay down on the ice and later jumped that you thought was only in the movies. Everything about skating makes me so happy, and I just wanted to say thank you. You've given me everything I've ever wanted on ice. You have given me so much confidence in myself, so thank you. When I think of when I first started middle school, the first thing that comes to mind is, I don't think I would recognize myself. These years have been long and difficult, with twists I never thought would be there. Throughout these middle school, I thought the hardest part would be the work. The hardest part is people. To be truthful, I never thought middle school would end. But now I'm here. I'm not sure if I'm ready to go to high school, but I'm not afraid, because I've learned that growing up does not mean you can't have any fun. Thank you.